Taurus edge, so you might feel a mix. The core Aries vibe is bold and action-oriented. You tend to be independent, quick to start projects, and you don't like being held back. You can be competitive and a bit impatient, but you're also passionate and honest. People often see you as someone who leads without overthinking it. Now, since you're on the cusp, you might also pick up some Taurus traits. That Earth influence can make you a little more practical and stubborn than a typical mid-Aries. You want things done now, but you also want them to last. So you might balance that fiery impulsiveness with wanting stability once you commit. In relationships, Aries usually goes for excitement and loyalty. You like partners who can keep up and respect your independence, but you also value honesty above all. And at work, you do best in roles where you can take initiative and see quick results. The downside is you can get frustrated if things move too slow. Does that resonate with you, or do you want me to talk about something specific like career or love?
No, you can keep going.
All right, I'll keep it moving. So for your April 19th Aries, the big picture is your fire energy with a hint of Taurus grounding. That means you lead with confidence and jump into things, but once you're set on something, you stick with it. You thrive when you can act fast and own the outcome. Just watch out for that short fuse when things drag or people question you. If you want to lean into the best parts, use that initiative to start new projects and trust your gut. That's the Aries sweet spot.
Keep going.
All right, let's keep rolling with it. That April 19th Aries energy also shows up in how you handle challenges. You don't sit around waiting for permission. If you see a problem, you want to tackle it right away and figure it out as you go. That can make you really good in high-pressure situations because you don't freeze up. On the flip side, you might rush past details or get bored if something doesn't move quickly enough. Since you're near the Taurus cusp, you usually have more staying power than a typical Aries. You won't just sprint and burn out. You can actually follow through once you care about the goal. Emotionally, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You're straightforward, so people know where they stand with you. You don't play a lot of games. And creatively, you like starting from scratch more than polishing someone else's work. The spark of a new idea gets you going. Just remember to give yourself a moment before reacting, because that fire can flare up fast.
So why people say I'm mean? Aries, I'm a mean person. Are they a mean person?
I hear you, and I get why that stings. Being called mean isn't fun, especially when you know it's not the whole story. Aries aren't inherently mean. What people sometimes read as mean is really that direct fire energy. Aries tend to speak bluntly and cut straight to the point without a lot of sugarcoating. They don't hold back their opinion, and that can come across as harsh if someone is expecting a softer approach. There's also the impatience piece. If an Aries feels like things are moving too slow or people aren't being straightforward, they can get frustrated and sharp in the moment. But it's usually not coming from a place of trying to hurt someone. It's more like they want to deal with it now and move on. Now, that doesn't mean every Aries is the same, and it definitely doesn't mean it's a white people thing. Personality is way more than just a zodiac sign. How you grew up, your environment, and your own choices all play into it. If you're getting that feedback a lot, it might be worth asking yourself if your directness lands differently than you intend. You can still be honest and bold without coming off as cold. And honestly, a lot of people respect that Aries honesty once they get used to it. You're not damned to be mean. You're just wired to be real, and that can rub some people the wrong way.
Y'all heard that shit?
Yeah, I heard you. I get that you're frustrated and that label doesn't sit right with you. Look, you being an Aries doesn't make you a mean person. It just means you lead with honesty and you don't soften things for the sake of it. Some people take that as harsh because they're not used to it, but that doesn't define you, and it definitely isn't a whole group thing. You get to decide how you show up, and you can be bold without being unkind. You're more than just a stereotype.
I know that.
Good, I'm glad you know that. You already have the self-awareness to see past the label, and that's what actually matters. At the end of the day, you're the one who gets to define who you are, not some stereotype or what someone else said in passing. You keep owning that April 19th energy your way.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anytime you want to talk it through or just vent, I'm here.